Hey guys, welcome to our channel Learn Coding Mass. Today in this video we are going to learn about if else statement and else if ladder and how it works with some examples. So without further ado, let's get started. So for as you can see, I have opened my code blocks and I have already created the project named if else, and we have this main function. I'll go to the website Learn Coding Mass. I'll give you the link in the description of this article, if else conditional statement in C programming. So first we'll look about the theory a little. So if else is a basic conditional statement, and the use of if else statement is to check whether the given condition is true or false. If the condition is true, we perform some computation. If it is false, we perform some other computation. So the syntax of if statement is if and some condition. So if the statement is true, then we'll perform the statement whatever inside this if condition, that if statement. So we'll look at an example. It, like many times in programming, we want to check certain condition, and if the certain condition is true, then we want to perform some actions, and if the certain condition is false, then we'll perform some other actions depending on that condition. So we are going to look an example. So first I'll print if else statement in C. After that we are going to see so if so we are going to see a simple example. If 1 is greater than 2, then print yes, 1 is greater than 2. Okay, so we'll save it and we'll run it. So as we are expecting, first we are printing if else statement is true, and so we are not printing anything else because 1 is not greater than 2, the condition is false, so it won't print anything. But if I write like this, if I write if 2 is greater than 1, and we'll save it and we'll run, then now it will print yes, 1 is greater than true, 1 is greater than 2. So I'll give you a task, like I'll give you a quiz. Please comment it below what it will print. So if I write 2 is greater than 2, I'll save it. So will it print the yes, 2 is greater than true, or it won't? So first we'll save it and we'll run it. So it won't print because 2 is not greater than true. It's false. If I write 2 is greater than equal to 2, then yes, it will print 2 is greater than 2. But yeah, 2 is greater than or equal to 2. I have not changed the printf statement, so it's printing 2 is greater than 2. Now you have learned about if statement, we'll learn about if else statement. So you have seen the working. If the boolean expression is true, then it will execute the body of the if statement. If the expression is false, then it won't execute. So syntax of if else, we'll see. If the condition is true, then we'll execute whatever inside that if statement, and if it is false, then we'll execute the statements inside the else block. Okay, so if the working of if else is simple, If the expression is true, then it will execute the body of the if else statement, and if the expression is false, then it will execute the body of the else statement. So we'll go to code blocks, we'll see an example. So what I'll write, if 10 is greater than 15, then print, I'll just print true. Okay, print true. Else print false. Okay, a simple example to see if it works or not. So I'll cancel this and I'll run it. So false, it's printing false. Why it is printing false? Because 10 is not greater than 15, so it is printing false, because it is not going, it won't go inside the if statement, it will go inside the else statement. So what we'll do, we'll take the integer from the user. So int a comma b, and we'll ask user to enter a and b. So I'll give you the source code in the description, link in the description. You can copy and paste, and you can run, copy and then paste it in your code blocks and run the code. So then I'll scanf %d comma ampersand a comma ampersand b. So we are taking the input and we'll check if a is greater than b, then we'll say true, else we'll say false. A simple program. Another example to see if it works, we'll run it. So enter a and b. Okay, so let me give a as 5 and b as 3. So in this case, our a is greater than 3, as a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 3, so it should print true. Yeah, it's printing true in this case. We'll run it again and we'll give some other examples. So I'll give a as 10 and b as 100, so it should print false this time. So as you can see, it's printing false. Okay, now you are getting like how if else work. Now another point is like, you have to write this curly braces if you have more than one line, like more than one statement. If you are printing only the true, then you can, if you don't use it, even then it will work. See, I'll save it, I'll run the program. 5 and 6, so 5 is not greater than 6, so it should print false. So yeah, it works. But if you have like more than one statement in your if block, then it won't work. I'll save it. So it's giving me error. Okay, so we'll add the curly braces here. Okay, we'll save it. Now we'll run it. 4 5. Okay, false. So our program is working correctly. Now we are going to see if else if. Like in C you have something called else if ladder or else if. Like you can check multiple conditions. First you can check like if one condition is true, then execute this code within that if block. Else if the second condition is true, then you can check this one. Else if you can check like if this condition is true or false. So I'll take another example, like another variable c, and I'm going to take the input from the user, %d and ampersand c. Okay, so now what we'll do, if a is greater than b, then we'll do yes, yes, a is greater than b. Okay, simple. But if the condition is false, if a is not greater than b, then we'll check b is b greater than c. If yes, if b is greater than c, then we'll print b is greater than c. If both the condition fails, then we'll execute this else condition. So if a is greater than b, then yes, a is greater than b will print. If no, a is not greater than b, then we'll check b is greater than c. No, if b is greater than c, then great, we'll print this. If b is also not greater than c, then we'll go to else block and we'll print c is greater, c is greater than a, c is greater will print. Okay, we'll save it, we'll run the code. So it's giving me error. Okay, I missed the semicolon. I'll save it again, I'll run it. Okay, it's asking enter a and b. I'll just correct this, enter a and b and c. A, b and c. I'll save, I'll run it again. So enter a, b and c. I'll give 5, 8 and 9. So it should print c is greater. So yeah, we are getting c is greater. So again I'll run this. So I'll give a as 2, 9, 29 and b as 4 and c as 1. So it should print a is greater than b. Yes, a is greater than b. So our code is working perfectly fine. So yeah, that's about it about if else condition. If you want to look, like if you want to read about more examples and if else statements, I'll give you the link to this article in the description below, and I'll also provide you the link to the source code. You can access it from the description below. Okay, that's it for today guys. Thank you for watching and please subscribe, share and like. Thank you.